Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We've just seen Zuffa Boxing 2, so I thought we'll make a quick 3-4 minute video just talking about some of the fights and talk about Zuffa Boxing. Talk about Gvozdyk versus Hot Rod. I mean, if you didn't watch that fight, Gvozdyk drops Hot Rod in the first round, the fourth round. He's well and truly ahead, hurts him in the fifth round. Come round 7, Kalajic comes out, drops Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk gets up and he's nowhere near in shape, and Hot Rod just puts on the pressure. A great right to the body followed up with a left and then a massive right to the head, which puts Gvozdyk down. Fight over, and what a comeback, because coming into that 7th round, Kalajic is nowhere near in this fight. He's looking out of sorts. He was dropped twice. Like I said, he was hurt. The points would have been a mile wide on the scorecards, and with a few rounds left to go, you just think Gvozdyk's going to either cruise to a victory here or finally get the finish, because Kalajic up until that point, terrible start by him, but he just didn't look anywhere near in that fight, and finds a second win, if you can even call it that, because he barely had a first win, finds a second win and finds a way to beat Gvozdyk, and he's going to climb the rankings now at light heavyweight. Gvozdyk in the ring was number 9, so you would expect Hot Rod to now jump him. Bohachuk, he took on Butaev. Look, Bohachuk, from what we thought he was when he got that close fight against Vergil Ortiz, it just, for me, it's just not there. I mean, 2 fights against Adams, both of which he was just outclassed. You could call that a stylistic matchup. Yep. Vergil Ortiz, well, Vergil Ortiz fights the exact type of fight Bohachuk wants to fight. Bohachuk, some regard, has won that fight. And then today, he just squeezes by Butaev, 96-94 times 3, 2 in favor of Bohachuk, 1 in favor of Butaev. It's just not clean by Bohachuk. This is a new division as well. Moves up from super welterweight to middleweight. And almost the same result, just an underwhelming performance. And from a guy that at one point we thought is a real menace at super welterweight, the past few appearances haven't been great. This one here today, I mean, he squeaks the decision. He could have very easily given that to Butaev like one of the judges did. So for Bohachuk, I mean, he's in an organization now that wants people fighting 3 or 4 times a year. We've got to see this guy sooner rather than later. I mean, they were talking about a possible matchup with Callum Walsh. I think that would be a great fight for both guys, because Callum Walsh, up until this point, for me, he's winning fights, winning them well, but he's not impressing. You go in there, you knock out Bohachuk, I think we can start really having talks about both fighters. How good is Callum Walsh and what's left for Bohachuk, because today it wasn't impressive, to say the least. Jose Valenzuela versus Diego Torres, the main event. Jose Valenzuela, a great victory, considering he got a big cut on his right eye in the 3rd round, 4th round. A good left hook from Torres, cutting him, but 99-91 on all 3 judges' scorecards for Jose Valenzuela. A very good victory. I thought it was wide, but then when you watch the broadcasters actually had him up by a mile as well. All 3 judges came to the same decision, so obviously it was that wide. I didn't score it live. Obviously, when you score it live, it's very different to watching it, because you can see, oh, well, this round to this person, although it might be close, one person might be just edging every single round. I thought, especially early, it was very close. The second half of the fight, I get that. It was probably 5-0 to Valenzuela. I just thought Diego Torres did a bit better in the opening rounds than what the judges gave it, but I really don't have any criticisms when all 3 judges came to the same conclusion. 2 guys that have had ups and downs in their career. Obviously, Diego Torres, basically undefeated apart from Raymond Moratella, but Raymond Moratella is really the only good opponent that he's taken on. Jose Valenzuela, I mean, he's taken on some good opponents, lost to most of them, but has that Isaac Pitbull Cruz split decision victory. So for Jose Valenzuela, this was a very, very good victory for him in a lightweight division that there's plenty of people to go and fight. So great win for Jose Valenzuela, and against an opponent that was on the front foot, throwing big punches. Jose Valenzuela was able to outclass him and outbox him consistently over the course of the fight. So very good performance by Valenzuela, but the performance of the night has to go to Hot Rod Kalajic. Like, to come back from where he was and get that victory was outstanding. I did watch the press conference, not a lot of new stuff. Dana White telling everybody what he expects he's going to do and what he plans on doing. We'll have to see whether any of that comes to fruition, because he's got some big plans, and if they come together, then it'll be unbelievable, but they do seem extravagant. But that's the way Dana White works. The one thing that he did say was we should be getting a Jaya Pataya announcement this week. So hopefully we get to see who his opponent is. I don't believe it'll be Noel McKaylee. I just can't see that March 8th at the UFC Apex in front of 900 people. They're going to have a unification fight between Jai Optaia and Noel McKaylee, and I think this will be a get your toes wet. First fight for Jai Optaia, let people know who you are, get him a big knockout, and start letting the Zuffa fans know who Jai Optaia is. Like I say all the time, Jai Optaia is a huge name here in Australia. He's a good name in England. I'm not sure how much of that has, transmitted to the US, but get him in there, get a good knockout victory, and he'll start building that brand. And I expect to see Noel McKaylee later in the year. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here, guys. See ya.